my beautiful flowers, how are you doing today? So it has been almost a year since I made the last video where I was explaining things about my very first album, and today I'm here with another yellow chair session. I'm sitting on the floor though because my camera ran out of battery, so I'm doing this on my phone. Anyway, so in this video I'm going to talk about my second album, Life in Folklore, the songs in it, what inspired me to do the album, and so on. And I'm thinking about doing the same thing as what I did with my first album, so I'm going to go through the songs one by one, explain a bit about the lyrics and so on. Let's get started. So the very first song is instrumental, the intro, Life in Folklore, and I wanted to make like an instrumental song that would help the listener to get into the world of the folklore I'm singing about and sharing the story about. And so I came up with this short song. I really liked how it turned out. I think it has that kind of like dark vibe and like the mysterious vibe to it that I wanted to have, and I think I succeeded pretty well with getting that mythology, folklore type of feeling to the song. And I also like how it ties together with the second song, The Elf, which I'm going to talk about next. So The Elf is a song about elves. Like in Finnish mythology, it has been like a very huge thing. They still are, like the Christmas elves and so on. But in the original like folklore, elves were not that friendly. Like they used to live in sauna, and there was this day when you should not go to sauna. You shouldn't open the door. If you did in this certain day, they would kill you because you were disturbing them, and that wasn't okay. And usually the doors to sauna are made from wood. That's why in the lyrics I use the words wooden door and you shouldn't open them. But humans are really curious about things that you shouldn't do, things like this. So that's why I included the part where I'm singing like you shouldn't open the door, but your heart wants to take a look, and which is kind of like you want to see what happens if you do that. In the end, they will kill you. It's pretty dark when you think about it, but I was really fascinated with this, and as I have always thought that elves were these friendly creatures, but turns out they weren't. So I wanted to conclude this darkness in this album, and especially because in this song too, it's about death, and death has been a huge part of the Finnish folklore. So I wanted to dive deeper into this aspect of death while making this album, and this is probably my favorite song from the album. I love the chorus, like they're dancing with the fire, blood on their hands. I really like that, and I'm really glad how the lyrics came out to be, and I personally like to listen to this song a lot. And yeah, the dancing with the fire part is kind of like they are in the sauna, which is wooden sauna, so you have to warm it up with wood and fire. So they're kind of like around the sauna, watching the fire and celebrating, where the word dancing is coming from. And well, the blood in their hands comes from the fact that someone has entered sauna when they shouldn't have, so they have killed them. And what they would do with the dead body, they would kind of take it away, and because elves were or are shorter than humans, they have to kind of drag them out. That's why there is like the path that is full of blood and so on, that goes to the woods where they take the bodies away. That was kind of my intention with this song, and I really do hope that you like it as much as I do. The second song, Goddess of Thunder, I actually made it first. It's the first song I made for this album. Already I started making it last November, finished it in January or something like that. I got an inspiration. I already talked about it with my friend last autumn, like already in September, October, how I really want to make this song about Goddess of Thunder. Because in Finnish folklore and mythology there is this higher power god called Ukko-Jumala, and where the word for thunder comes from. Thunder in Finnish is ukkonen, and I really wanted to mix it up because usually it's like a he, him god who is the most powerful, but I wanted to change it into a woman. And in the mythology, Ukko usually helped humans, help them live a good life, but in my song I wanted to express how you would do so many things for others but you would never get anything back, just like the god never got really anything back from helping humans. So I wanted to make it into, like, in the lyrics, what about me? Like, I'm always giving stuff to other people, I'm giving help and so on. So I wanted to make this goddess to think about themselves for the first time ever. And I think it kind of reflects to humans too. Like, there are a lot of people who just give and give, but they never receive anything back. So, and they are sort of possibly too afraid to ask for anything back. But I wanted to make it seem like it's okay to think about yourself and be selfish and put yourself first and wanting to get something back instead of always giving. And that was the idea behind this song, like putting together the mythology and my thoughts about being selfish. So next one is called Hiisi. It's my very first song in Finnish. I have avoided writing lyrics in Finnish because I've tried many times, but they just sound pretty stupid. But this one, when I first wrote the lyrics in English, I was like, this sounds very wrong. Like, I don't like how this song sounds like. And then I tried to switch the language up, and I tried to write like words in Finnish that had, to my ear, beautiful sound. So that's how I was like, okay, I will make this into a Finnish song. In the mythology, Hiisi is like a guardian who can be found in the forest. Hiisi is like very kind to humans and people and takes care of them, but especially those who are dead. They are like a guide or guardian. Hiisi is also considered as a place for the dead. So the name Hiisi has two meanings. And well, in the lyrics, I can translate them to English now. It's like, sleep, sleep, you are safe. I will guide you, I will guide you, I will keep you safe. Till the end of time, till the end of time, look, you can see the leaves, you can see the leaves when you're laying on the ground. On the green grass, on the green grass, safe from the looks, from the looks. So it kind of is like you are safe, you're at peace, especially if you think about death. You are in this safe place where you can be at peace. No one can see you, no one is looking at you. You are in this place called Hiisi, or there is this guardian, he's with you, who makes you feel safe. And you can just lay on a very soft grass and look at the leaves dancing in the wind. And that was kind of the idea that I had for this song. So the next song, Amen of Death. So this song is actually about November. I was born in November, and November in Finnish is marraskuu, and marras as a word means Amen of Death. So it's basically Amen of Death month in Finnish. It kind of was just like, how do I feel about being born in a month which is Amen of Death? In the bridge of the song, I sing about how it was kind of like meant for me to die alone, like my birth was an omen of death. I kind of wanted to make a story out of it into these lyrics, kind of explore my life also in this song. And there was like this, she was supposed to be a winter child, as I was supposed to be born on December and not in November. So kind of like the destiny took the prize, and I didn't become a winter child, but I became a Amen of Death month child and also autumn child. That is why there is also the she can't walk on ice, or it will be the end of life. Like if she in the winter would go walk on ice, she would possibly die because she wasn't a winter child like she was supposed to be. I really like how also the melody of this song turned out to be, and like all the little aspects of the background music, I really liked it. So I'm very happy how this turned out to be. So the next song is Blood Boiling, and in Finnish folklore there used to be these poems for if you got a wound or scratch on you and you were bleeding, then there were these poems to stop you from bleeding. And one of them was Boiling Blood, which was my inspiration for this song. This song kind of like helps me to heal from the wounds in my mind, in my heart. And in this song I'm letting out all my frustration and anger, which helps me go through everything in my mind and let it go, and in that way kind of like heal. So that was basically my idea on this song. Like it's a poem for myself to help me heal my mind, and I hope that if there are other people who have these same feelings as I do in this song, can use this as their way of healing too. Like using this kind of song as a way to go through everything in your mind and figure out how to get through it and how to heal yourself from all the pain and frustration and anger. And that was my thoughts behind this, using this old piece of folklore to something like this. Then there is the second last song, Over the Lake, and in the folklore, in Finnish folklore, you would go over the lake with a boat when you have died. So it was this journey to the afterlife, and during that journey there would be spirits who would guide you to the other place, and then after they have guided you over the lake you could find peace. And I wanted to make this into a waltz because I think, well, first of all, I love waltz songs. They are one of my favorites, and I think that's kind of like waltz music is kind of peaceful and can help you find the peace, but at the same time it can be really dark and full of layers. So in this song at the beginning, it's like the journey over the lake to the afterlife, the whole song. So in the beginning there was this "you swore to come and save me, but no one came to save me, so now I have died and I'm locked in the dream in my mind, where I am dancing like to my non-existent heartbeat." And in this, I dream a dream of white lilies, like flowers. I have mentioned this before last year in my first album. Flowers to me kind of like symbol life, being alive. And in this, I can see like souls dancing in the wind, free, and like, I don't know if you can understand me, but those lilies are like human souls that are dancing in the wind, and they are finally free. Well, in the second verse, there is the "I will go on a boat," which is part of the folklore, that you will go on a boat to the afterlife. It's a song about dying and the steps on what could happen after that, and including the folklore aspect, that what has been believed before in my culture. And I think this was really interesting, that how beautifully like afterlife is talked about in Finnish of mythology and folklore. And it's a shame I didn't know about this before. I really had to look and search things up to find these pieces of my culture that unfortunately was lost long ago. But anyway, that was the last song where I'm singing. And the very last song in my album, outro Forgotten, is kind of like how I go through these mythology, folklore aspects that are in my culture, but they are forgotten. Not many Finnish people know about them. Like, I didn't know about this until I searched them up, and it's a forgotten knowledge that we have this rich culture here. And so kind of like, even though I have gone through them all and showed them to you who listen to my music now, it's still forgotten piece of culture. That's why the outro is called Forgotten. It's kind of peaceful, and I feel like it's like when you are in a dream, that's what you would hear, like calm music that gives you still hope, but kind of fades away to be forgotten slowly. So that was what I thought about while making the outro. Very short and simple, while like giving hope and then fading away to be forgotten again. So yeah, that was the whole album, and I'm really glad that I actually did this, because I have learned a lot about myself and my culture from this journey that I started last year. And I have received so many positive comments about this album, which makes me so happy that all of you are also enjoying this and liking the songs. I was really nervous when releasing this. I wasn't sure if people would like this, but I'm very glad that you do. And I do hope that you still want to listen to the songs. And thank you so much for watching this video where I'm explaining once again a bit about these songs. I hope that I remember to talk about everything. I'm a bit nervous always when I'm making these type of videos, especially where I'm talking to the camera like this. And yeah, but I am very happy how everything turned out to be, and how much love this album has gotten from different people. And yeah, thank you so much for supporting me and being there. For me, it means the world, and I will keep on making music for you and for myself. And I hope to see you in my next video, whatever that may be. But yeah, really huge thank you also to my lovely friends who have been supporting me through my whole journey of becoming a singer and making music. I could not be doing this at all if my friends weren't there for me. They have also helped me a lot while making my albums and different songs. I couldn't have done like my music videos without my friends, and I'm very lucky to have them in my life. So a huge shout out to them for being my fans also and sharing my music with their friends and so on. I'm so happy. And yeah, just huge thank you to every single person out there, to every single flower out there who listens to my music and likes it. But yeah, I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.